catch up to see if if anything really bad has happened. But you guys are going to have to wait and see. Um, we may have an entire subquest just for finding Loveday. It's the
Excellent.
new Finding Nemo.
Okay.
What's happened to Loveday?
Nothing's happened to her. I just didn't see her there. She had a meeting.
So, I'd like to start off this little session with a question again. We're going to do a question for all of you. In a while, I might start doing this, making it about get to know the players, just to make you guys really uncomfortable at the start of every session. But let's carry on with the get to know the characters a bit more. And I'm going to start with Michal O'Sullivan for this one because it might be a little bit out of Michal's wheelhouse, but it quite possibly is something he's having to deal with among his congregation. Because
Great name for a pub, Michal's Wheelhouse.
um,
Come on down to Michal's Wheelhouse.
so what
Sorry,
what does Michal think about the this wave of popularity that is the movies or the films or the cinema or the flicks? I don't think it's flicks yet in 1925.
What is it? What have we got? We've got sort of black and white, shaky.
Definitely black and white.
Silent movies.
It's the the ones with the title cards between the scenes.
Oh yeah, the old silent movies. Yeah. Too early for Chaplin. Way too early, wouldn't it be?
No, I'm not sure. Give me 1 second. The talkies weren't until the late 20s, but Charlie Chaplin, I think, might be one of the big contemporaries. If you guys read the style guide I sent around, you'd be much more up to date on what happened in the 1920s.
2 months ago.
He founded United Artists in 1919, so yeah, he's definitely around.
Yeah, I'd say Michal, he would take in a sneaky wee movie every now and again, yeah. And he likes Chaplin. He can identify with the tramp. There's a certain downtroddenness about it that reminds him of home.
Okay, very good. Yeah, the tramp's like 10 years ago, so yeah, Michal quite possibly got to see that when he first came over.
Yeah, he has a good sense of humor. He likes that kind of goofy stuff, you know, and he'd
Cool.
be a little less uptight than some of his colleagues in the clergy, I think.
Cool. And the slapstick when it's not pointed at him is obviously quite entertaining.
Are we referring to getting shot? Or
That might be just a little dig at Ruby, but
Sorry about that.
that's
I
all
have
right.
to apologise every week. You know, we're going to have to let it go, I think.
Did you not see she's apologizing in the comments on the YouTube videos,
I didn't see that.
in character and all?
I don't know. I think if Ruby starts apologising, I'm going to have to apologise for a lot. So, I mean,
Oh, good stuff.
Okay, that's a deal then.
Okay, and what does Valentine Bow think about the movies?
I have not, had a lot of interactions with the movies. I'm far more interested in art, in books, and I don't know. I think it'll be a bit of a phase. I don't think it'll really take off. I mean, if you want to see an interesting story, you just go outside to the street and you eavesdrop on some people. Far more entertaining.
Okay. And how about Florence? What does Florence think of the pictures?
I think Florence on her own probably wouldn't go to the pictures, probably wouldn't be at all interested. But now she has Evelyn, and Evelyn has Thomas. It was Thomas, right? The little...
Yes.
Yeah, that's what my notes say.
Yeah, you got so.
Yeah. I think little Thomas really likes the pictures, and so I think Florence puts on a happy godmother face and will take Thomas to the pictures because he wants to go.
Oh, very good. And is it growing on her, or is it very much tolerating it?
It's growing on her. She's one of these like this is nonsense. I'd rather be reading a book. And then he's so happy and he likes it so much, and so she's softening.
He probably
She's
likes it when
softening.
Charlie Chaplin falls down. Okay. And then Dakara. What? No. Ruby. What does Ruby think of the pictures, the moving pictures?
I think Ruby loves the idea of the pictures and the glamorization of everything and playing a character that's unlike themselves, they're putting on a show and a performance. Loves that kind of thing. And yeah, if it involves pretty dresses and socializing with the higher ups, I think she's all down for that.
Would
Yeah,
she
dreamlike
ever be
thing.
tempted to wander off in the direction of where the moving pictures are being made?
Oh, I think Ruby could dabble in that. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
Okay. And last but not least, what does Loveday Llewellyn think of the moving pictures? Has Daddy got any money in them or anything like that?
Oh, that's a good thought. I've just Googled what did posh people think of movies in 1920 to find out what she might think. And apparently they looked down on them quite a lot for the first few years.
It's why they started calling them the picture palaces and things like that, was to kind of convince
Elevate
people
them.
above the working class that they were actually something worth going to.
Yeah, so I think she's still on the snobby side of, oh, well, it's just, it's poor people nonsense. Why would I want anything to do with that? But then Ruby comes and chats about the ones she's seen, and she's actually secretly quite interested, and she thinks they sound quite glamorous, but she's got to, keep the face on, we're high society now, and I can't be seen to be doing any of that. But the minute it's more societally acceptable, she'll be
Oh,
in
I
it.
love that.
Okay, good
I
stuff.
love that.
Okay, super duper. Um, Welcome everyone to Removal of Masks. We're playing through the epic campaign Masks of Nyarlathotep, published by Chaosium, and you've just heard a little bit from all of our characters, breaking down what they think of some of these modern changes that are sweeping across the world. Speaking of things that are sweeping across the world, it seems like there's a cult at work in New York City. Our intrepid adventurers, our investigators are digging in a little bit. They've just been to Jackson Elias's funeral, officiated by the redoubtable Michal O'Sullivan, and afterwards they went to the reading of the will. It was quite strange. It seems like Elias has set up his entire um, in estate to be an endowment fund to support our investigators in finding out what happened, who killed him, and what happened to the Carlisle expedition. Um, uh, to do this, the team seem more excited than they were in Peru by the horrendous goings on. A mundane murder in New York City seems to have got their intellectual juices flowing. They forced Jonah Kensington to open up Prospero House after the reading of the will in the middle of the night when all his employees were at home asleep in bed. Um, and they came away, got a little bit spooked by carrying a box of evidence around New York City. Um, but everything seemed to be okay. They got home safely. They started rummaging through and got deep into the nitty gritty of some of the articles and paperwork that they'd found. Settled down to bed. In the morning, Mick had to shoot off for 3 different masses that he had to give of a Sunday. But Florence and Valentine and Ruby, between fielding phone calls from various academics, became a little disturbed that they hadn't heard anything from Loveday. followed a bit of running around asking Catherine, Loveday's godmother, to just recap what exactly where did Loveday go yesterday. There was a bit of a mild note of panic entering a few of the voices. The phone tree was activated, and eventually Tommy Bradford was even telephoned. And Tommy seemed a bit surprised, but put Loveday on the phone, and Loveday was um, quite dismissive and told the ladies, "I'll talk to you later. I'm everything's okay. I came over to Tommy's this morning." Now, that doesn't seem to have satisfied our three ladies. They are sitting still in the morning room, now getting on late into the afternoon of um, Sunday, the 18th of January. Um, they are quietly conspiring whether an intervention is needed of some kind, whether they need to go out and track down Loveday and make sure she's okay and hasn't been brainwashed or something. This may seem like something of an overreaction, except that there's just been a bit of a revelation from Florence about what's been going on with her over the last few years. That she's been visited by a strange dark figure. She's lost time. She's been informed by her partner that she's been working strange hours and doing things that she doesn't remember. So maybe this isn't an overreaction after all. Let's hear from the ladies. Ruby, how has it hit you, this business of Loveday, firstly disappearing, not coming back all night, and then um, seeming to just brush it all off and say that nothing had happened when you're fully now spooked by my Florence's seemingly well-founded
Yeah, I
worries.
mean, inside, it's just chaos. I'm absolutely feared for Loveday's safety. But on the outside, I'm trying to play it really calm. Just, don't want to spook the girls even more either. And I just say to the girls that we need to wait until we speak to Loveday herself, and let's not jump the gun at all. But yeah, inside it's just panic, 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 panic. Need to make sure that she's okay.
And Valentine, what seemed to unsettle you more than a worry of where Loveday is was the revelations from Florence of these strange things that have been happening. You seemed a little not off kilter, but put off about the fact that she's been keeping this from you guys. How is Valentine feeling about all this after as you all sit there together?
Well, it's a very intriguing mystery. What has been happening with Florence, um, experiencing these gaps of time, and I'm kind of thinking like, is it something to do with the little episode that she had in Peru, where she went a little bit temporarily insane. But if there is also a witness, which is her business partner, and from what I've read about the business partner, she seems sane. So it's an intriguing mystery, but I'm concerned as to why Florence did not mention it to us before. And is there a connection between that man back then and this man over here? It seems like a bit of a coincidence, but then we could be reading too much into it as well. So yeah, it's a mystery. I'm anxious to learn more about it.
And Florence, this whole kerfuffle seems to have stirred up some emotions and some strong feelings on your part. How is Florence feeling at the moment?
Well, I'm very concerned. I'm trying to not make it too obvious, looking at the documents and pretending to be busy, but very, very worried. starting to feel like maybe I should have mentioned the the lost time before, but there's just been so much going on. There hasn't been that much time for chats about personal lives, and I'm very concerned about this missing time, and I think it's very possible that this stranger, this hypnotist, this whatever he is, might have Loveday, even if she says she's fine, that she's missed an entire afternoon, and that is concerning.
Okay. So we're gonna kick back off with you three having a little bit of a conversation, and then we will bring in the others as we go along. So take it away. Ruby, you're trying to convince the others that it's time for calm.
Sorry, just to confirm about the table, how much time has passed? Are we leaving straight back off from where
You
we
could
were
probably
before?
probably
Is
about a
this
half an hour or so after you've spoken to
okay?
Loveday. You guys had a little bit further around the table after that. Uh, there was a bit more back and forth with Florence. I think you called Catherine in again to double check. Wait, but you said she left yesterday afternoon, and you didn't see her last night, or we didn't see her last night. Um, and then so yes, we'll say about a half an hour after you spoke to Loveday on the phone. That's where we are. So it's
Enough
yeah,
time for me to
yes,
stew.
exactly, perfect.
Okay. So what are we going to do when Loveday arrives? Are we going to... What are your thoughts? Because personally, I would like to take her to one side and have a quick chat with her myself. But obviously, if you guys all want to be there, then I want to respect that as well.
If you wanted to have a separate conversation, I wouldn't be standing in the way of that. But I would like to discuss this with her openly.
Oh, for sure.
I would disagree with that. I would, we're getting conflicting information. I feel like if we ask her all at once, there won't be time to, come up and see the
Yeah, there won't be any
sequence of
wires
events.
crossed.
Well, exactement. So yeah, I think it is better that we just have one open conversation, and perhaps we bring in her godmother as well, and
Yeah,
have everything out on the table at once, because
that sounds like a good
she,
idea.
she might not want to talk if there is anything that she's concerned about, or if there is any news that is worrying. She may not want her godmother to know until she may want to be in charge of when her godmother receives that information.
interesting point. But Loveday does not seem like the kind of person who, doesn't speak what's on her mind all of the time.
Fair enough.
But
Yeah,
I take your point. I take your point.
I just think that Loveday should have all of the information that we have and be able to take from that what she can. She may have things in her memory and experience which, when given the information that we have, may help her to figure out what's happened.
I mean,
That's if
we
you
are
remember
assuming
as well.
we are assuming that she's forgotten anything. I mean, we're assuming
True.
that she's telling the truth about when she left.
And as you guys are having this conversation, the front door opens and closes. Dunk, clunk. You hear someone kind of taking coat off in the hallway, and you hear an internal door open. Catherine's voice go, "Is everything? That's all right. That's all right. Go on in." I'll be in a few minutes. And the door to the morning room opens, and Mick walks in. Um, Mass is all done. Mick, at some point we'll do a little flashback for the chat you would have had with one of the higher ups in the church about some of the questions you've been asking, etc. Um, and but for now, you walk in and the ladies are sitting there. There's some of the paperwork is out and some of the documents are on the table, but it all seems to be pushed to the side, and the three of them seem to be quite deep into something, but they all look up as you walk in.
I believe you are miming at us.
Sorry
But
about
this
that.
is
That's
Actually, how are you getting on?
that's Bob's schooling showing through.
Picked up some new tricks.
Well, 3 masses is no joke. That's 3 glasses of wine, is what that is. By the end of it, I
Do you a
was
bit merry?
merry. We don't. Jesus, I've never been called that before. Slaughtered would
no.
be.
Okay.
I know. I was only sipping. By the third one, I was only sipping. I tell you.
Okay.
I tell you what, mass is awful boring. What's going on here?
Are you meant to say that as a priest?
We're not meant to say anything. We just, like yourself, you just say whatever you say.
Well read.
A lot's gone on,
Florence?
Mick. A lot's gone on.
Yeah.
Well, you look stressed.
Florence,
yes.
maybe you should explain.
Did you say me?
Oui? Is it your story?
She gone off the deep end again.
Give her a moment. She's mostly coherent.
Well, so we're concerned about Loveday. But
She's fine. I'm sure she's fine.
Right, so you're not concerned.
well,
Nope, not me. Daddy is a rock.
She is in denial. It's okay.
she says that she's fine. We will talk to her on the phone. She's with her beau,
Tommy.
the one you set her up with.
Tony?
I know here.
Tommy.
I'm not taking responsibility for that. She never asked my advice.
Okay, well,
I'm not going near that
well,
one. Go on anyway.
But she says that she went to his this morning. Whereas her godmother says that she left yesterday. So she's got an amount of missing time. And her godmother described that a gentleman came to the house who I don't think worked for Tommy. And the description, when her godmother described what he looked like, I temporarily forgot what she said until the ladies reminded me, which was strange. And the description matches the description of a man who... I myself had periods of lost time before I came here, and my business partner told me that I had been meeting with this man and doing work I don't know what it involved, and I'm concerned that if this is the same man and Loveday does not remember meeting him, then he may, if it is the same person, which it may not be, but it's all very strange that he might have some negative intentions with her, and something may have happened.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
I
I thought
imagine
you might.
so.
Yeah. Are you on any particular medication at the moment, Florence?
No.
Now, hang on. Be fair to me. I have to ask. If Loveday, you were talking to Loveday on the phone, and she said she's grand.
I did, yeah.
And so what then? Her godmother comes out with some nonsense. Sure, that woman could be senile. If Loveday says
This-
she's fine. Do you think Loveday's in a cult? Is that what it is?
Why would you jump to that conclusion?
Well, if she said she's fine, she's fine. If she's with Tommy, I mean, Tommy's got a lot of shady stuff going on. There could be
This
some
is-
reason, you know.
This is the man who I had nightmares
Can I get you a
about
drink of
in
water?
Peru.
Hold on now, Florence. I'm going to get you a drink of water. Hold on now. We'll go through this slowly.
Um,
Can I slap him?
Ruby,
okay with me?
you're thinking that that Florence might have buried the lead here a little bit, and not maybe emphasized exactly what she told you guys about losing time and not remembering what was happening to herself.
So listen, Mick. Florence is fine. Florence is fine. She is. I mean, she's not.
Well, she's angry
But-
now, like, but
She. She's okay. What I think we need to make clear is that the same description of a gentleman that was seen talking to Loveday has also been seen talking to Florence, and Florence has missing time after seeing this man. So this man has a link to Florence and also has a link to Loveday. And when we spoke to Loveday, she seemed fine. It could be a coincidence. I don't know. But also, it could be that this man has gotten inside Loveday's head, just like
is
he
a
did
very,
with
is it a very
Florence.
distinctive description, like?
it is, yeah.
Do you mind if I hear it?
Florence?
Oh, because I don't remember all the details. But it was an African gentleman, tall, well dressed.
Yes.
Was there anything else?
Did want to be.
But there was more than that.
Did he have a Kenyan,
God.
did he have a Kenyan accent?
Did he have a? No. Was that really it?
It sounds,
We're in New York. We're in New York.
Well, I'm digging.
sounds
choice.
much worse when you guys say it than when the GM's just
Oh
giving
my
a description
God.
and you guys are jumping it. Ah!
Oh my god.
Look, come here.
That was really bad.
I tell you what now. Where did she say she was? Did she say she was with Tommy Bradford?
Loveday did say she was with Tommy, and she is with Tommy, but the issue was that her godmother has said that she saw her leave with a gentleman
Catherine
matching
walks in.
the...
Cup of tea for you, Mick. She's not Irish.
She's doing a. Catherine, your Irish woman impression is mighty. All that work we did on it is really paying
I
off.
have a nice cup of tea for you here.
Oh, you're English.
How
Of
do you
course
do
you are.
impressions?
Do you know what? Thank you
How
very
do you do
much.
impressions of someone else?
Catherine, while I have you, what's the story with this African gentleman that was calling to the door? What did he look like? What was the story with him?
He was a very tall, well-dressed man. Almost dapper. Quite slender, very dark skin. Quite well spoken. Didn't his English wasn't perfect, but you know, that said over here, most people's English isn't perfect. But
Florence, are you okay? Are you okay? Florence?
Catherine
She
kind
did
of
this
looks
last time.
confused.
She did this last time.
But yes,
And so what? He took Loveday away in a sack, did he, or did she?
no.
did he ask her to
She
go,
said
or
she
what?
needed to. She said she needed to go with him for a little while. It was something to do with a business meeting or something.
And did she see him herself?
Yes, I thought it was a bit strange. I didn't see her last night.
All right. Well, we hear she's.
I'm
safe
not.
and sound,
I wouldn't be too. I'm not one of those people who wants to curtail the activities of a grown adult, but I wouldn't be extremely comfortable with her stopping out all night, if you know what I mean.
Well, don't worry now. We'll track her down for you. We're sure she's fine.
Oh, do we not know where she is yet?
She's with Mr. Bradford, I believe. Everything's fine.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
that's
all
right.
right. Yes, no, that's fine. That's fine. She could have told me, but that's yes, that's all right. He does seem like a respectable chap.
She could have told me a lot of things.
Yes. So anyway, would you like some biscuits, Michal?
No, you're grand. Thank you. I've been eating holy bread all morning.
Very droll. And she heads out. And it's not long after. that there's a rumbling and rustling at the front door again, and you hear someone else taking the coat off in the hallway.
Well, no.
It's better be Loveday. Is it?
Loveday walks in to the morning room.
Oh, hello. What are you all doing here?
And Ruby just runs and tackles her with a big hug. I am so glad that you're okay. I am so glad that you're okay. Not that I thought that you weren't. I'm just checking in.
Well, of course I return the hug. I love a hug. I'm just going to big old hug. Is there any food? I'm starving. I haven't eaten since lunch.
Yeah, there's plenty of food. Come in, come in. Florence, are you okay? That's the main thing that I want to ask. You seem to have a bit of a glitch again then at the description of a certain gentleman. I'm just making sure that you're okay.
Yes, yep.
That's not very convincing.
So,
Hello?
Loveday.
No, I'm
Oh, she's...
You Florence, are you fine? Are you fine? Are you sure? You don't look fine. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. Marvellous.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Excellent.
None of them look particularly fine, Loveday. They're all standing around behaving very strangely and awkwardly.
So, Loveday, what did you get up to yesterday?
Yesterday, well, I had a very, I was going to say an interesting business meeting. It was actually terribly dull. But I've sorted that out. And then I came back here and there was no sign of any of you. Even my godparents were out, so I just got an early night. It was actually quite nice. I feel like I haven't slept enough the last few days. What did...
It was the business meeting with...
Oh, God, what was his name? Mr. Mdari, he was called. He wants my father's help with some shipping thing. There haven't been any telegrams for me, have there? I sent one to Daddy yesterday and he did promise he would get back to me.
Don't think so. Your godmother says you didn't come home last night, is the thing.
So she what? What a funny thing to say. I was in my room from about 6 p.m. last night. Did nobody check? I was there. I was just asleep.
I guess not. Grant, well, that's that, I suppose.
Yeah. What have you all been up to then? What have I
Were you not
missed?
hungry for dinner? No, okay. Florence?
I mean, a lot's happened.
Oh, well,
Not for me. I just said
Florence,
mass a bunch of times.
yes. Well done. Very holy of you. I missed the will reading as well. Did we get anything interesting? Did Jackson leave us anything good?
Depends on what you mean by interesting.
Well, that's awfully cryptic of you, Valentine. Did he leave us anything at all?
He left us everything. Sorry, Ruby, you spilled the beans there. Go on.
He basically said that he would like the expedition to go ahead and we can continue the hunt. But every time we do something or get any close, we need receipts. We need receipts to prove everything that we're spending. So that's pretty much it, really.
That sounds fair.
So he wants us to find out what happened to Caroline, basically, and on the way, what happened to him.
He did leave us some. We've got some more files and things. We've got some more information we can show you.
Oh, marvellous. Well, let me get a snack. And then, oh God, do I have to read things? Can somebody just summarise it for me?
No.
You just have to read it as you go, Loveday.
You're just going to have to
Do
read
your
it.
best. Florence, how are you feel? Are you all right? Are you feeling better now that you can see that everything is fine and that she was just in her room, like?
It was probably all just a coincidence. I felt a bit unwell there for a moment when her godmother gave the description, but it seems that we have. It seems that Loveday is perfectly fine, and that you remember what happened, and that you were here. So yes, I must have just jumped the gun. Sorry, folks. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm glad that you're back with us safe, Loveday. And we can get back to the matter at hand, the investigation.
Knocking on the door. Catherine answers and comes in. Loveday telegram for you.
Excellent. Something else to read that's not all these endless files. I'll open it.
It's just a simple
Telegrams are easy.
one sentence from your father. Yes, give him my details, and we can discuss.
Oh, I'm just now realising I didn't take Miss Mandara's address or telephone number, so just put the telegram.
Your driver would have the address.
Perfect.
Your driver would have the address because he brought you there. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So I'll I'll put that
That's what
aside
you would
for later.
normally do. Loveday doesn't wander around remembering addresses.
No, she doesn't remember anything. I'll just put the telegram on the side for later and make a mental note that I will immediately forget. That's a job for me to do later.
Okay.
So was it the same driver that took you to Tommy Loveday? That took you to this meeting?
Yeah.
The very boring meeting, right? Okay. Just checking it.
Today is Sunday. No, it will be a different driver.
I mean, to be honest, Ruby, they all look the same to me. So I think so. I don't know, maybe. You can ask. Were you all worried about me?
sure.
That's so
He's probably
sweet,
just some
thank
Irish
you.
guy in a cap.
Of course.
Yeah, a dime a dozen. Sorry. No offence. Were you all really worried about me then? That's so lovely. Valentine, I thought you didn't like me. What wonderful news.
I don't know whatever gave you that impression. All right.
You have a way, my dear. You have a way with people.
This kicks
yeah.
off.
Thank you.
I don't think I should be here if we start giving out to Valentine. I'm not going to be a part of it.
So, what do we think of all these pieces of paper then? There are cults running loose, running amok in New York.
What do you think, Loveday, now that you've read them carefully and you've processed all the information? What do you think?
I think I'm just flicking through, trying to find something that looks like I can just latch onto it. This very interesting that there may be a member of the Carlisle expedition who is still alive. That does seem like an interesting lead.
Well done.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes, that is. I'm sorry. Is that all you took away from it?
I mean, that's a fairly major point.
She got the headlines, yep. We're good, but you go through them at your leisure, Loveday.
Oh, yes, I absolutely will. I'm just going to put them aside and I'll read them in bed later. I'm sure that's all right with everybody, isn't it?
Of course. One thing I will catch you up on as well is we did have a call off the uni professor, and we arranged a meeting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we should all go to that or if we want to. I don't know what the
It's
deal is.
Sunday. Is that scheduled tomorrow?
We.
Yes. Okay.
The university, is that the one who had the books, or?
That was
Yes, it was right.
Nope.
No, it was Professor Coles
no
who gave
Is
the
that
talk.
It's about the cults.
We.
the
No.
The first call you had was from Miriam Atwright, who's the lady who the book was stolen from.
Yeah,
But
I
I
know about
think
that.
you were all
Right.
together for that conversation. And then after that, you had a call from Professor Cowles,
The
the
Australian.
Australian who had given the presentation on the dark cult.
Yes.
So when's that meeting then?
We're meant
tomorrow.
to have lunch with him.
Well, I mean, to be honest with
Where?
you, like a random lecturer who's
Oh.
giving, huh?
it's a travel. It's a travel to get there.
Is it an
Arkham,
Arkham?
right?
Jesus Christ.
Arkham.
Oh, well, come here. What I'm thinking, and you might disagree, but like a random professor who gave a lecture on Polynesian cults, which hasn't got that much of a connection to what we're doing, and a librarian who, at the best, can probably just tell us what book he was looking for. I mean, I'm not sure if all five of us going to these is an effective use of our time. I mean, I'd like to see us tracking down Carlyle's sister, and maybe going back and talking to Poole.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to
what's
Poole.
going on. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we should meet these people, but they don't sound like too promising leads, you know.
Well, so long as I don't have to talk to Detective Poole, I don't really mind what we do.
No.
I thought you were friends now.
Well,
You're on the same
I think
page,
it'd be
right?
easier to be friends if I don't have to talk to him.
Fair.
Also,
Fair point.
he does not seem like a very good detective. I mean, he never called that lady at Harvard, which seemed like it would have been a very easy thing for him to do. So
True.
Yes,
But,
I thought that was odd.
yeah, well, he has been trying, so he's got some information, you know, about the previous murders and stuff that could be handy. But sure, it's all clues, like it's all leads,
so-
and they're important. Just,
It's all leads.
yeah. And it would be nice to find out what book he was looking for, and did he meet this fella Cowles at the cult lecture? I'm sure if this fella's an expert in cults.
So we know about the book he was looking for. What, were you not here for that bit?
No, I don't think he was.
I don't know actually.
Oh,
Bad memory.
let me.
Right.
It
Africa's-
was.
Africa's dark sects.
That's right. Sorry, I did pick up on that. My bad. Yeah, and then you went and you had a look for it in the New York library. Although obviously he would look there. But
Yes,
we
and it
found some
wasn't
bits and
there.
pieces.
But we did find some information in another book about.
It's the symbol
Oh, the
on,
bloody tongue,
Jackson's-
wasn't it?
About the bloody
Yes.
tongue, the cult, and the mark on Jackson's forehead.
Very good. Yeah. Loveday, can I make a suggestion? You would probably be quicker to get Erica Carlyle on the phone than any of us, I'd say. She probably is cut of a similar cloth to you. I mean, maybe that's something you might be able to get on.
Yes, I think she was at a dinner I was at last week, so I can certainly try.
Why are you only mentioning this now?
I go to a lot of parties. There's also a note here. This is one of these. I'm still like shuffling through the pile of pieces of paper and looking for something interesting. These notes of Jackson's. There's something about books being in Carlyle's safe. Do we try and get into the safe? Do we think? If we ask nicely, Erica might show us. She might even have them. They might have gone through it already.
It's probably in Cairo, you know, because here he's talking about the psychoanalyst's files survived. That's probably about Robert Houston, the psychologist that went with them. Like, so he's probably talking about stuff that's there. But I mean, maybe the safe is in the house. You never know.
Might as well have a look.
Yeah.
Well, I can make a phone call if it means not reading anymore. I'll certainly give it a go.
And she might be glad to hear somebody still trying. I mean, she was trying to find out what was going on, you know.
So if it's all right with the keeper, I'll trot over to the phone and try and get hold of Erica Carlyle.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a hard credit rating check, Loveday. She is notably hard to get a hold of, so you will need to roll under half of your credit rating.
Sorry, I missed the beginning of that. So I wrote to roll under half of my
Yeah,
credit
so you need to
rating.
make a credit rating check and get a hard success.
Hard success, okay.
Basically, rather than play through you making 15 different phone calls, darling, do you know Erica Carlyle's phone number or anyone who can get it for me? I'd really love to invite her to a dinner, etc., etc. We'll play through you knowing the right people who know the right people to get hold of. Yeah.
I only got a regular success, not a hard success.
Okay. You hit a stone wall pretty quickly. And not a, oh God, no hope, you'll never get a hold of her. You are referred repeatedly. Oh, you probably need to talk to Bradley Gray. He's a Miss Carlyle's could say counselor, could say special counsel. He works for Dunstan, Whittleby and Gray in New York City. West 57th Street.
Well, I'll relay this to the group. That seems like another possibility. If we're going to divide up tomorrow and some of us go see this professor and whatever, I mean, I and anyone who wants to come could go try and have a chat with his lawyer, see if we can get close to Erica.
Whose house were you at the dinner party at? Surely they would know where to find her.
Valentine, I'm terribly sorry to tell you, I genuinely don't remember. Tommy took me and I was already 3 glasses of wine down by the time we got there, and honestly it could have been anybody, and I'm slightly embarrassed to have to ring round and ask, to be quite honest with you.
Okay. But you could ring round and ask?
Well, she has just spent 20 minutes doing that, Valentine. You've seen her literally on the phone for 20 minutes asking different New York socialites, do you have a number, or do you know, oh, I saw her at dinner the other night, and carefully skirting around, I don't know who invited her, but definitely she's rung several people and just been stonewalled. That's as a journalist, you would be looking, kind of going, okay. There's trickier ways maybe of getting someone's contact information, but if you're going a purely social route, she's kind of exhausted the avenues. You could be ringing around and trying to see if any of the news hounds or anyone like that has an inside line or anything like that.
We could do, if we just got word to her of what we're doing, she'd probably get in touch fairly quick, maybe, if she's interested. Like even a telegram, I don't know how long that would take, but if we just sent her a word that we're interested.
Would I have roots as a private investigator for getting hold of someone's number?
Probably not in New York.
Probably not in New York, okay.
Well, by all accounts, she depends a great deal on this counsellor that everyone's pointing me towards. So, I mean, I think we try there next. If she really still wants to know what happened to her brother, then this counsellor will know that, and will listen if we tell him that we're looking into it.
And there's always a chance that it's the same lawyer that was doing all this messaging for her brother way back in 1919, you know, that was sending letters to Egypt and whatnot. Could be the family lawyer. He might know something himself.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. How clever, Mick. What a good idea.
I put 2 and 2 together. So I'd like to go and talk to Poole. I mean, does any of you want to maybe accompany me?
I'll talk to Poole.
I was hoping you'd say that now.
I know. I read it. I read you well.
So how many groups are we splitting into?
Don't worry, Florence. Look, you can go with whoever you feel safe with. Don't you worry. Where would you feel the safest?
Oh, I just think that no one should be going off alone, whatever the plan is.
Right.
All right? I'm perfectly calm. I'm fine.
You sound like you're going to kill me.
I'm feeling slightly patronised right now.
And why
I would like
that
to
be?
vocalise that.
All right, okay, I'll shut up now because I'm obviously annoying you. I mean,
Thank you.
Florence,
I do work for the Catholic Church.
Don't take it personally. All priests are like this. They can't help it.
Well, I'll come with you.
No,
Don't you
cut
worry,
that
Mick.
to you.
Thanks, Ruby. And I apologise for the embodying the patriarchy there, and I'll try not to do it again.
All good. Just let me grab my gun off Loveday and I'll be with you in a few seconds.
There now.
And get to the bottom of that problem very quickly.
Florence, do you want to come with us?
I'll go with you to speak to Poole. I have a good connection with the police. They like me.
Rock and roll. If that's been invented yet.
Okay, so who's going over to Poole right now?
Ruby, Florence, and Michal.
I'm just sorry, above the table, I'm assuming like we can't get hold of the lawyer until, because it's a Sunday, right? So he's not going to be in his offices. So maybe we might as well all go to Poole.
Given the right approach, you might be able to get his personal phone number, Loveday, but it'll probably be easier to get than Erica Carlyle's. But you're canny enough to know that ringing him and at home on a Sunday, it might be the absolute perfect way to alienate him.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that. I know my social etiquette, so I'm quite happy to wait for the morning. So, also I quite like pretending to hate Detective Poole a lot, so I might tag along.
Oh yeah, please join.
Yeah. Unless Valentine, you have somewhere you want to go, in which case we could go do that instead.
I think we've kind of exhausted all our other avenues for the moment, and it's always entertaining to see what happens when Loveday and Lieutenant Poole are together, so I'm up for this.
Road trip.
Above the table, the keeper will remind you that you do have one other lead or one other contact which you haven't followed up on, and that is the lady who came to the funeral, who gave you a card with her phone number on it.
The reporter. Yeah.
Yes, Rebecca Shosenburg, and she did say
Rebecca,
call
that's it.
anytime.
Oh, and we have a reporter, so.
Oh.
Then we have a
Do we kn-
journalist. She might
Do we
like
do we
you
know
the
what
most.
newspaper she works for?
The Times, if
It's
I
there on the
remember
board.
rightly.
Oh, the Times. Ah, very good. The Times be open on a Sunday?
No, but she gave you her phone number.
Oh, she gave us her phone number. Okay. Okay, so, I mean, option 1, we all go to see Lieutenant Poole. Option 2, I stay behind and try to ring this Rebecca lady.
And Loveday's godparents in right now?
I can stay as well. I'm quite tired, truth be told, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to sit on the sofa and listen to a one-sided phone call.
Okay.
All right, you're easily
Well,
moved.
To be clear, that wasn't a dig. That was just I can only hear one side of the conversation. I wasn't trying to be rude about Valentine for once.
Full one? Okay.
Poor Valentine. Okay, so Mick, Florence, and Ruby, you go out and enjoy the luxury of once again having a driver and a car to take you somewhere. And Valentine, you're going to get on the phone. So you guys head over to Chelsea to Precinct 7A, which is where Lieutenant Poole is based. You remember it well, maybe not with great fondness. And Valentine, you pick up the phone and tack, such and such a district, Shosenburg, please. And they put you through to Rebecca Shosenburg's house. Few rings, and the operator says, would you like me to keep the line? Oh, wait, no, here she is. Yes, I'll put you through now. And connects you to Rebecca. Good afternoon.
Bonjour, Miss Shosenburg.
Yes, who is this?
My name is Valentine Beau. We briefly met at Jackson Elias's funeral.
Ah! Oh, yes, okay. Yes, no, that's fine. Yeah, I did say call anytime. That's okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, you said to call any time.
Yes, I did.
So,
Go, yes.
okay. I had assumed that you had a topic of conversation you wanted to have.
Well, yes, I've got lots of questions. Any idea of what's happened with Jackson Elias? I'm very keen to get to the bottom. It seems like he was killed in a similar way to the murder of a number of other people. I don't know if you're familiar with the murders that occurred in New York over over a series of period of time. A man called Hilton Adams is currently in prison for those murders. I'm working on a story, which the New York Police Department seems to be stonewalling. And I'm interested to get some information off you about how Mr. Elias died, so I can see if I can do something about helping Mr. Hilton Adams. Would you be able to meet me for a coffee or a cup of tea?
Oui.
Well, we could
Yes,
go
I
somewhere
believe I
for
can do
something
that.
a little stronger if you want. Maybe let's meet up at a tea house and decide from there.
Sure, I can do that. When would you like to meet?
But this evening, I'm free. Anytime from now.
Would you mind if I brought a friend along with me?
As a friend with pertinent
knew,
information, very welcome to come along.
Of course. She was a good friend of Jackson as well.
Oh, fabulous! Yes, bring her along. I'm delighted that you called. Now, I was going to have a quiet Sunday evening, but this is much preferable. So you bring your
Excellent. Where
friend,
shall
I'll
we
bring my
meet?
notebook.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, your accent. You're not. Are you European?
I am from France.
Oh, France! I've always wanted to go to France. It's supposed to be such a romantic country. I'll ask you when I see you. And she gives you the name of
Excellent.
a tea house. Not in Loveday's neighborhood because it's a bit up market, but still quite nice area of Manhattan. Not far from here.
D'accord. We will see you there in an hour.
Perfect. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to talking to you. This is gonna potentially change. You could save a man's life tonight.
Interesting. All right, I will see you soon. A bientôt.
Yes, bye. Okay.
Ugh, she's a small talker.
Oh, golly, the worst.
You know.
On the bright side, you are at least a little relieved that you get to bring Loveday along.
Wait, you will do very well with her, Loveday.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait. We are going to have to get a
she's
taxi,
also
though, I'm
chatty.
afraid, because the driver's gone with the others.
Oh, that's all right. But before we go, she wants to ask questions about Jackson's death. I'm not sure exactly how much information we should be sharing with her. She is a reporter, after all.
Did I overhear something about she thinks it's connected to those other murders? I think Poole mentioned something about those too.
And from what she was saying, it seems that she thinks the man in the prison is innocent, which suggests that she has an agenda as a journalist. So those kind of journalists are... I don't know why the
Valentine is
keeper is laughing at me.
personally offended already. You can tell, Loveday.
I dislike journalists who have personal agendas. They should be reporting the facts. So...
But you're ever so good with facts, Valentine, so you will just remember that she's got an agenda, and I'm sure we'll be able to, separate the fact from the fiction. You're so good at it after all.
Why do I feel like you're being sarcastic?
Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm actually not. It's just the accent, I think. I do actually think you're a very good journalist. I may have been laying it on a bit thick. I'm so sorry. I'm so happy that you called me your friend. I think it's nice to hear. So we're going to go talk to her. I think we should... I can't remember anything that Detective Poole said about what was common knowledge about the murders, but we should try and find out why why she's so convinced that Jackson's is linked, and see if she knows anything about the others that wasn't in the papers.
Yes, let me briefly look back at what was shared in the papers, so we know exactly how much she knows. Arthur Jackson Elias has been found murdered in his Chelsea hotel room. Okay, she knows that they use long knives. Okay, she knows about Lieutenant Poole, so we can assume she has been poking at him.
Anything about that horrid mark on his forehead?
No.
So if
No,
she
she's
mentions
just,
that, she knows more than she's saying, and she's perhaps not just hounding, a tabloid story.
well, she writes for the Times, and they are quite reputable. But in her last article, she's already made the connection between the Ireland slayings with this Ilton Adams and the new one. So,
Well, I'm definitely intrigued to go talk to her.
all right. I thought you said you were tired.
Well, it's been a busy day. I'd had a very good night's sleep last night, though, luckily. So why don't we go get a taxi, and then we can get back and be to bed early.
All right, let us go.
Okay, so you guys head off, and we'll join the others on as they arrive at Precinct 7A in Chelsea. So you head on in to the precinct, and I suppose go up to the desk sergeant. Afternoon.
Afternoon. I was just wondering if we could talk to Lieutenant Poole, please.
You English?
Yeah.
Okay. You need you. Is this in relation to anything particular?
Yeah, it's about our good friend Elias, and we're trying to find out extra information about it. He'll know what it's about. He'll know what it's
He'll
about.
know.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute. Hey, Bobby, run upstairs. Get Poole down here. Just tell him he'll know what it's about. A young, probably rookie cop throws a bit of a dark glance at the desk sergeant and traipses off up the stairs. Yeah, you three just want to have a seat over against the wall there. Don't mind any of the riffraff and ruffians that come through. We have it all under control. Don't worry. You're in no real danger. Oh, Father. Would you like a cup of tea?
Well, maybe you should ask the lady that as well.
I would love a cup of tea, thank you.
What about yourself, Florence?
I'd love a cup of tea.
We'd all love tea.
I'd love a cup of tea.
We'd all love tea, thank you.
Very good.
That was the patriarchy again there, Florence. I saw it that time. And now that you've mentioned it, I see it everywhere.
Well, it's good that you're learning.
Yeah.
And as you guys take your seat over by the wall, a few minutes pass, the desk sergeant doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything, and the rookie comes back down. Inspector Poole said he'd be down in a few minutes. Bobby, 3 cups of tea. He throws you guys a pretty dirty look at this point. He's off up the stairs again.
It's going to be shite tea now. He's out of breath.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he likes us.
A few minutes later, Lieutenant Poole casually strolls down the stairs, takes a little half halt as he sees you guys, and kind of moves on down. Afternoon, folks. Hey, Jim, is there a room free? One of the meeting rooms, maybe not an interrogation room. Yeah, Sunday, it's quiet. Take any room you like. Yeah, you come this way, folks. And he leads you down a corridor, into the bowels of the precinct, passing half-painted pipes with slight signs of rust showing in. The building is obviously pretty old, and maybe not a huge amount of money goes into its maintenance. The stains on the walls and the lino on the floor is well worn. brings you down to a door, kind of twists the door handle, gives it a bit of a creak as the door opens, and brings you into this room. There's reasonably comfortable chairs, a large wooden table that's obviously being kind of poked at and pried at, and people have nervously picked at it as they're sitting there. It's rough and worn over the years. He kind of beckons you in. Come on in, folks. Is this something important? You've uncovered something already?
No, but it's a chat we need to have, Martin.
Oh, Martin, is it? All right, Father. Take a seat. He goes over and sits down. Go on. What's this chat we need to have? We couldn't have had it yesterday.
I mean, you were busy yesterday, weren't you, Mick?
Well, I'm just a little wary of annoying this man now. I have a way of annoying everybody I talk to, so I'm waiting for maybe Florence or somebody to step in.
Are you saying that, or is that above the table?
Come.
Is that out of character?
He's asked you to sit down, not us.
I don't know, in character.
You guys are discussing this in front of him.
Sure, why not? Like, I seem to annoy Martin every time I talk to him, so maybe Florence, will you, or Ruby, or somebody, do you know?
Well, come on, folks, have a seat. Sit down.
Miho, you.
Tell me.
Oh gosh, Miho, you were the one who wanted to come. I'm still recovering.
Are you all right? Did something happen? You didn't have a run-in with occultists or anything, did you?
No.
God, you got me saying
Story
cultists
for
now.
another time.
You know what I mean. The brave thugs.
We haven't seen them yet.
Good. Well. So tell me, what is it? You've turned something up, something interesting.
Well, here's what it is, Martin. Is Jackson has left us a request, which is to find out what happened to him, and also to track it back as far as we can. And we just became aware that in terms of getting our eyes in the situation, that we did not know as much as you know.
And you're confused because everyone in New York is suddenly asking you to do this. That's what I was asking you to do the other evening, is dig into this and find out what's happening.
Not confused, just we feel like you might have more information than we currently have in terms of the various murders in the past, the nature of the people doing them, why this innocent man was put in prison for it, and we'd like to get a good overview of the situation.
Give me a moment. Goes over to the door, opens the door. Bobby! The young rookie trots down the corridor. Yes, Lieutenant. Bobby, will you go get me 3 notebooks, please? And 3 pens. Yes, okay. He looks a bit... trots off, comes back a minute later. From 3... nice little police notebooks and 3 nice little pens to clip onto the side. Like in the little paper band that shows they haven't been opened yet. Poole brings them in. One down on the table in front of each of you. So, maybe you take notes this time? I don't know if you took me seriously the other night, yeah.
All right, then. Spill the beans.
That went down well.
Look, get the information. By the way, while he's at the door, waiting for the note, can I whisper to Ruby? Are you carrying an illegal gun at the moment?
I might be, but let's not draw attention.
Right,
we do not need to draw attention.
Mine's
Mine's legal anyway.
Oh, is it?
It's Valentine you've got to worry about. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't shoot at me.
I won't.
I was going to say anyone, but
Florence, you're safe, I promise.
He did, as he was waiting for Bobby to come back, he did cast a glance over his shoulder at you as if, like, I can hear you.
He did not.
He did. He just rolled a listen check.
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot. As long as he heard me go, oh, that's okay
Make him
then.
a little bit of a nudge. That's okay then.
We're doing really well.
You wanna
We should have
start with
split
your
up again.
questions one at a time, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Shoot.
Grand, but who wants to go first?
You'll have to speak up there, Mick. I can't really hear you.
Who are the bloody tongues?
No idea. That's a new one to me.
Have you come across
the
any-
bloody tongue? Oh,
Have
wait
you come
now.
across anyone or mention?
Wait now. Is this about the mark on the forehead? Because Dr. Lemming hasn't come back to me about the mark on the forehead yet. He's kind of he's always got lots of bits and pieces in theory, but this is the last one on Elias was kind of, I don't want to say fresh, but it was much easier to get a good look at. So he may have more information, but yeah. Is that what you're? Is that in reference? Is that the cult you think this is? Bloody tongue.
No, go on with what you were saying. Were the previous marks all the same? Were they? On previous.
There were other victims with the same mark on their forehead. Yeah, all of them. Dr. Mordecai Lemming consults with us on stuff like this.
And what do you think he's going to come back and say? Other
He's
than
told us. He told me it's an African death cult, but he rambles and waffles, and he doesn't give you anything in writing. So I don't even know why we pay him. You might be able to get something more meaningful out of him, but if you want to talk to him. But yeah, he did mention it was an African death cult, and it might have been something to do with tongue but honestly, it's.
Would you be able to give us his details if we chose to contact him about this?
Yeah. One second. He pulls out his notebook and flicks through. Yeah. Murray Hill Hotel. He stays at Murray Hill Hotel, East 40th Street and Park Avenue. Just tell him NYPD sent you. I don't know if he'll remember my name. He seems to forget me every time we talk. But yeah, he definitely mentioned something to do with the tongue when he was talking to me about the death cult. Yeah.
And so, who then is this innocent man that's out and sing?
Right. So, like I said, this was Hilton Adams. Captain Robeson of the 14th Precinct arrested Hilton Adams. I wasn't inclined to push too hard because Captain. Well, he's a captain for starters, but also he seemed very invested in making the case and had a preponderance of evidence on his side. He got the conviction. Well, who am I to say he's right or wrong? It didn't sit right with me at the time. It seemed uncharacteristic for the gentleman in question. Then
when you had arrested us and Robson didn't want to question us or anything, did that sit right with you?
We didn't arrest you for starters, and secondly, Robson didn't have anything. We didn't even discuss you with him. However, he did pull the other cultists out from under us, the ones who were you captured. That, as I mentioned the other night, he whipped them away as quickly as he could.
But he had no interest in talking to us, despite the fact that we were present at the scene. That's what I'm saying. Did that sit right with you?
None of this sits right with me. That's why I said I think there's something shady going on with Robson.
Well, can I ask you, do you think it's him or do you think it's the entire 10th? Because there was a fella from the 10th hanging around the funeral and he didn't look too official.
Well, everyone in the 10th wouldn't report to Robson, but there would be a good cadre would be his cronies now. But yeah, so Hilton Adams, he was convicted. He's on death row.
When is he scheduled for execution?
It's not certain yet, but my assumption, my guess is it'll be soon enough. I mean, could even be this month.
Guess we better get a wiggle on, make sure we know the facts. Speaking of Hilton's arrest and that whole investigation, were there any headbands involved in that? Do you have any material, any red material?
Involved in the rest of the investigations. We've never
with
never had
Hilton,
suspects.
yeah.
Oh, Hilton. No headband. There was no cult paraphernalia found at all. He had a knife, pretty vicious knife, but it was a military knife, not a the kind that you was used against you in the hotel room. They were pretty specific African hunting knives of some kind. Hilton Adams had an army issue knife that he'd got in the service. Well, he's a veteran. That's the other thing. I'm not saying that a veteran can't do anything like this. I've seen everything in my career, but it doesn't seem in character for the man.
Mr. Poole, if I say a name, you tell me if it means anything to you. Does the name Silas Nkwane mean anything to you?
You put me on the spot here, but the name rings a bell. We questioned a lot of people around. Well, we questioned people around everywhere, but I want to say that the name rings a bell in relation to Harlem. Is he a businessman or a citizen in Harlem?
He does some imports.
Yeah. Okay. So.
That's a little
Oh,
curious.
he's got a shop. The Juniper House or something. But yeah. So we talked to a load of
Have
people
you-
around the Harlem area, canvassed and asked questions of all sorts. I mean, I'm sure I would have in files somewhere of what he said or when he said, etc. But I mean, I could give you. We have. It's not even our investigation, and we have probably 5 or 6 boxes of spurious paperwork that just never turned into anything. Robson
We
probably
wouldn't
has
mind
the
looking
full
at
room of
those.
it. You would. It's just nothing paper. You know, I've had experienced detectives and greenhorns trawling through it. We did it over a course of like a long time, and there is nothing useful. There's a random person on the street's opinion of why certain person got pulled away in the dark of night. It's all nothing. The only real lead we ever had was Hilton Adams getting taken in, but again, as I say, I never even saw any real justification for his arrest. They said he was acting suspiciously and carrying a weapon related to the murders.
But we mentioned the name Silas, and you knew
Yeah,
of
well,
the man. So there's a
I'm a-
connection,
I'm
no?
30-year veteran of the police force. I keep a track. I try and remember who I speak to or who I read about in reports, etc. I'm not,
But you don't remember the notes that you took on the investigation with Silas.
I remember it was pretty much nothing. Like it was just another businessman in the area. We talked to. If you go down to Poole to Robson, which I wouldn't encourage you to do, he has an entire room full of files, which are now probably in storage. There will be probably 40 boxes of documents and notes taken by officers in the course of their inquiries. 99% of that, miss, will be uninteresting and a waste of your time. The other 1% will probably be interesting, but more misleading than beneficial. The problem is we just don't have the manpower to sift through it all and work out what's important and what's not. I hate to say, but I doubt that if we don't have the manpower for that, that you do. The value you can.
I mean, we have a private investigator on our hands, don't we, Florence? Surely you know a fair few people that can help out with this.
Not on this neck of the woods, I'm afraid. Most of my contacts would be back in the UK.
But also, Florence, in your experience, trawling through police notes is just the most wonderful exercise in tedium.
No. I don't think much good would come of it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to turn over any paperwork we have, but yeah, I mean,
It sounds like you didn't get very far, Poole.
no, we didn't. Robson closed the case and said this is all done. The problem is the murders weren't all in Harlem. They were all over the place. They were scattered across the city. No pattern as to where they were. No pattern as to the class or creed or color of the victims. There was no pattern. And Robson, because Harlem is his district, he made it a very much a specific type of a crime committed by a specific type of a person. Now, I don't want to go pointing any fingers and using the R word, but
I feel like we're quite kind of a loss here because you want help from us, we want help from you, but I feel like we're struggling with the leads. Like where do we even go from here?
well, to be honest, miss, if I knew, we'd have done it.
Well, what if we were to tell you, Poole, that we suspect that maybe might be a link to the Carlisle expedition? Do you remember the Carlisle fella that went missing over in Egypt?
No.
Or would you go out of that now? The man was rich as hell. You don't remember that he got chopped
Oh,
up in
the
Egypt.
socialite, the playboy, the
Yeah.
messer. Yeah, I remember him.
The messer. Yeah. So, and it's going to sound silly me saying it again to you, but we believe there might be a link.
They both died. Well, he died in Africa, and there's people saying this is an African-motivated killing, so a series of killings. So, okay, that I can see how that could be drawn together, but I don't know how it's going to get you anywhere. But this is what I'm saying. It seemed to me, the reason I came to you guys is it seemed to me you had a unique perspective and might be inclined to bark up trees. And if you were going to bark up trees, I just wanted to be sure that an innocent man doesn't get killed because the police force isn't barking up these trees.
Well, I wasn't sure about coming over here, and Valentine told me exactly how important it was, and I'm glad now. I think she was right.
Oh, that's all right then. I can tell you that there is another person who's digging into this stuff. There's a reporter, Rebecca Shosenburg. She's come quite close with Hilton Adams' wife. I've only really spoken to Miss Adams once. I had to stay out of that because I didn't want to step on Robson's toes. But yeah, there's yeah, Miss Shosenberg may have more information. She might be able to point you to other people to talk to, give you some kind of lead. Do you mind me asking why are you asking about this Nkwane?
Jackson had a business card on him when he died, and Nkwane's name was written on it.
He did?
And given that we believe that
That wasn't logged into evidence.
And I picked it up off the floor of his room. I did. I'm telling you that now. But you know what?
So I came over, and I handed over to you facsimiles, photostatic copies of New York Police Department evidence that was catalogued and logged into evidence, and I gave you copies of it, much as I shouldn't. And you're telling me that you're sitting on evidence that you haven't shown to me.
I wasn't aware that you were going to do anything useful with it, Mr. Poole. Are you telling me that you're going to work this case with us? 'Cause I'm here
I
to
am
tell you
trying
about it.
to work this case. I am severely hampered because the case is supposed to be closed. Elias's case is wide open, so I am trying to work the Jackson Elias case.
We're verging on territory now here where I was saying earlier on about I seem to annoy him.
No.
Honest to God, like we come in here. I said to you bloody tongue, and you looked at me like I had 10
What's
heads.
frustrating
and
me
you
a
didn't
little
ask me
bit
anything
is
about
that
it.
you've got evidence that you haven't shared. And when I was leaving the other night, I was very clear. Look, I want this to be a two-way street. I'm putting my neck out here, trusting people who aren't in the department. I'm showing you things I shouldn't be showing you, and I would like this to be a two-way street. If you find anything or come across anything, will you share it with me?
And that's what we're doing.
Well, we're doing that now.
Excellent. Anything else I don't know about that it was on Mr. Elias's person? That we should have searched your pockets, Mr. Father, shouldn't we?
Well, you should have actually. The person investigating this investigation should indeed have searched my pockets and interviewed me and talked to me. But where is he? I haven't even seen the man.
The Elias case is my case, and I did question you. In fact, I was quite stonewalled by your group of friends, quite intensely and frustratingly. And when we got around to actually trying to make any ground, we got one of the top lawyers in the city coming breathing down my neck.
Would you mind if I stepped out to the bathroom for a moment?
I did give you all the information that I had, just in my defence. I was very, very
Omnibus.
open and honest and told you everything very accurately.
I'm going to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
you got
Please.
Yeah, I was.
Calm this man down and sort it out.
Can we?
He's like, I hope
Yeah,
the
I
father
don't-
doesn't take my tone wrong, but ladies, you have to understand. I mean, you've come here this afternoon, and you're asking me to repeat the things I said the other night, and I'm giving you the information all over again. And it is only by coincidence that I find out that you already have evidence that.
I mean, we've had to share things with you multiple times. You've asked us the same questions. Maybe we just, we're doing the same thing, making sure we're all on the same page.
So, did Good Cop leave the room, or is Good Cop still here?
Just awkwardly drink the tea. Beautiful tea we've got here. Really nice tea.
Very, very nice.
Okay. I'd appreciate
Mick back yet?
if you guys could quickly, just on a piece of paper, just jot down for me what you found in Elias's room and anything that might have been interesting about it. And at some point, I might send a runner over to collect said items if it becomes important and I remember.
I mean, I've heard that Mick's a great runner as well. He does run a lot. So if you need him to pick anything up, I'm sure he will do just that.
Look, I want to help you, and I really came to you for help because I'm at a dead end, but and for a moment you see there's a kind of sadness like in his eyes. It's not there's no frustration or it's almost like a real deep angst. It's like I've seen the wrong man die for crimes before, and I'm tired of it. I want the right people to be brought to justice.
Could Ruby just give him like an awkward pat on the shoulder and say, "They're there."
He kind of looks up and makes
We're
eye
all-
contact with you.
we
He's like,
un-
Thank you, Miss Fontaine. I very much appreciate that.
We'll do all we can. We've got this. Have some faith in us.
I'll also keep plodding along if you don't mind. Just good to have two horses in a race.
Of course.
Of course.
I shall return.
Well, thank you very much, ladies, and Father. Look, I think we're right. Unless you have any more questions, you came out with a barrage of questions at the start. I'm not sure if I've answered them all, but I think one was about Robson. I hope I've helped as much as I can there. You understand, I'm reluctant to say anything directly negative about a fellow officer, but should the preponderance of evidence come up, I would of course take action as needed, but I can't be throwing aspersions around, as I've been made very clear to me by my higher ups.
Well, I don't have any other questions. Unless you can give us contact details for Mr. Adams' wife.
Yes. He gives you Millie Adams' contact information.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you you've been very patient, Mr. Poole.
It's the yeah, he gives an address in Harlem for Millie Adams. He does say though, I would be cautious about showing up to Mrs. Adams' house. The people in Harlem at the moment are quite sensitive to any interference or anybody troubling her. Miss Shosenburg has a good relationship, but besides that, many newshounds have tried to pester her and have been rebuffed at knife point at some points. We've been called to break up altercations with the press. The neighbors are protective.
It's a big knife
Noted.
New York? Not so much
It's all
as a
the
couple
time.
of decades ago. You wouldn't believe what was going on with the gangs. You're a Mick, you might actually.
Sorry, I'm not.
Irishman. It's a New York kind of terminology. It's not meant as an epithet. No offense meant. Sorry, Father.
I think we leave it at that now. I sort of feel not so bad about being so rude to you earlier now.
I really please do excuse that there's not a. It is. I understand that if you're not from New York, you might take it, but many of the Irish folk around. I mean, you'll see Mick's place and Baz name Mick's place, and
But I tell you what, if you ever want to address me informally again, you address me by my proper name, which is Mick. I'm only messing with you, Martin. I'm only messing with you.
Father, you had me. You
You're
had
all
me
right.
worried there. Gee, okay.
You're all right, son. You're all right.
There's an awful lot of Irish folk in the force. I can't be making enemies that way.
Well, don't be calling them Micks and you'll be all right.
But they.
It's all right, Martin. Leave it be, will you? My God.
I hope you didn't use the Lord's name in vain then.
No, I was just beginning a prayer, but I opted out of it.
Okay, so you guys make yourselves scarce from the precinct and assume head back to where you're staying. And Valentine and Loveday, you arrive at a lovely little tea house, kind of a little bijou place, tucked away in Manhattan, down a quiet little street. Looks like it's open late. It's a bit of light music going in the background, and you very quickly recognize Rebecca Shosenburg sitting at a table. Couple of it's a table kind of tucked away toward the back, with a couple of extra seats. Now Miss Shosenburg she's a small, dark complexioned woman, wavy black hair. And as you walk over, you kind of see a gleam, a kind of intensity in her eye. Ladies, lovely to meet you. Have a seat.
Bonjour. Thank you.
So,
I don't believe you know my friend Loveday Llewellyn.
Miss
Pleasure.
Llewellyn, I think you were at the funeral.
Yes, I was a good friend of
Yes,
Jackson
yes.
Elias.
I did see you there. We unfortunately didn't have an opportunity to speak, and I was we members of the press left before you had an opportunity to share a memory of yes. And she looks a little bit embarrassed. In any case, Hilton Adams. If you have anything or any leads, or if you share anything with me about the murder of Jackson Elias, that might help to build a credible narrative that shows that these are the same perpetrators, and that this was a crime of a habitual nature, repeating the pattern of the crimes of the past. It might go a long way to saving the man's life.
Miss Shosenburg, you seem very convinced that Hilton Adams is not guilty. Why is that?
Well, I am quite sure.
Only quite sure?
Don't. I am a journalist. I do try to deal in certainties, Miss. I don't know if you know how this kind of thing works, but I wouldn't want to say I'm certain about anything unless I'm certain. If I wasn't willing to print it as fact, I'm not going to say it's a fact. But there were 8 murders, and then Hilton Adams was taken into custody and tried on, you might call it thin evidence. I would say anemic. You could read the newspaper through the evidence that they had. So yes, I am reasonably certain that an innocent man is on death row.
Well, no, you say you are a journalist, as am I.
Oh, you're
But,
a journalist in France.
Oui, of course. But and you say that you deal in facts, but at the very start you said that you wanted us to help you create a reasonable narrative. That is not
No,
using
but a
facts.
narrative
that
is what the governor or the courts will need to issue a stay of execution. They're not interested in. She looks like she was about to say something she shouldn't.
Go on.
The material facts are not as important to the court and to the governor, because fact is
Why not?
almost impossible to concretely prove in the moment without going through a lengthy court process and having experts and testimony. And is something a fact, is something not a fact, is far too subjective. So they want to see a causal chain. They want to see a logical narrative. They want to see this happened, then this happened, then this happened. Ergo, we can infer that these things are connected, and we can build a good enough case. To be honest, there's a lot of this politics too. if they set a man free and more murders happen, there's going to be a backlash and outcry that they've set free a killer. If they have the man killed and murders continue, I hate to say there's not an awful lot of people are going to be crying out for restitution. The system is not designed to protect
But
the less privileged innocent man.
that is true. But
For me, having a story after the
seem to
fact, I'm perfectly happy to write the story, but this is not my motivation right here. I'm not. I was in this at the beginning to write a good story. Now I'm just trying to help Millie Adams and her husband be able to go home at night and not feel that he's got.
Well, why do you think that Jackson Elias's murder has anything to do with the other 8 victims?
Because
I mean, there are stabbings all the time.
I have contacts. You know how it is. You're a reporter. I can get information. I have credible information that there's a strong similarity between this killing and the killings that Hilton Adams was convicted for.
What is that evidence?
You understand? I'm asking you for corroboration and for information that will confirm for me. I don't want to feed you information to just give back to me. The means of killing,
But how am I
the
going to
kind of weapon
corroborate if,
used, the description of assailants.
Can I
But,
lean in slightly
you-
and go, and the symbol, right, on the forehead?
Shush.
The police have not really released the information about the symbol carved into forehead, Miss Llewellyn. So, yes, that is exactly the kind of thing that would be very much material.
Well, you said that you do not want to tell us facts, so we do not, how you say, regurgitate them back to you. But how do I know that you are not going to do the same? I mean, you have a motive for the information matching up because you have a personal connection with Mr. Adams. So we're going to at least need some piece of evidence from you first.
She takes out a bunch of notebooks, starts opening them up on the table. She's like, okay, look here. And she starts showing you, she's got a bunch of clippings about the Adams murder. She's like, okay, see, the first 2 reports, there's no link. The police had no connection. The journalists, nobody made any connection. But by the 3rd murder, people were starting to draw connections. Now, at that point, it's only rumors about cult symbols and it being some kind of horrible ritual murders. The police are baffled all the way through. No ties are found between the victims, other than some of them visiting Harlem, but that's hardly noteworthy. Harlem is very popular these days. People come for the jazz, people come for the atmosphere, even some of the speakeasies, although obviously nobody's publicizing that to the police. The fact that the bodies were found in different precincts, I think caused a real lack of communication. The precincts don't get on so well some of the time, and I think it maybe have been, if you looked at it, it could have been a smart move by whoever was doing this. But there was a central investigation run by Captain Robeson of the 14th Precinct in Harlem. There was no progress. All we had was more murders, and then Hilton Adam was arrested, and honestly, I think there's only really two reasons that Hilton Adams was arrested, and that was, well, two reasons Robeson was given the case. And the first is a lot of more of the victims were found in Harlem than elsewhere, and well, the police, the new NYPD consultant, came back saying that he believed that the symbols used were reminiscent of African death cults, and with the African connection, Harlem got the finger pointed, and Robeson got the case. Now above the table for a second.
Why?
You guys actually know from Poole that Robeson lobbied to get the case. He wanted the case. He asked for the case. But Shosenburg doesn't seem to. Well, she certainly didn't say that. Yeah.
She doesn't know that. Okay. And why? I mean, you explained the connection to Ireland, but why specifically Hilton Adams? Is he involved in cults in some way?
She looks around. I could get myself into a lot of trouble by saying what I'm about to say. Being, someone with a darker skin and from the area where Adams, where Robeson works. Robeson is either incompetent or corrupt. There's nothing that anybody has published or turned up or shown. Nothing that the police talk about, or nothing that implies Hilton Adams' guilt in a significant way.
But in order to get him imprisoned, that would mean that the courts would also have to be corrupt, or they just want to close this case as quickly as possible.
A closed case is always good.
I have seen this.
If people are getting afraid because it's a repeated killings, like nobody likes these things to happen one after another like that. People get nervous. It's bad for business.
That's true. I have seen this kind of incompetence before. Did you know Jackson Elias?
We hadn't met. I knew of him. He's quite a good writer. His books are not the kind of thing I'm particularly interested in, and he, I don't know how much I buy this whole business of these being cult murders. Looks to me this Mordecai Lemming consultant pointing the finger at African cults is it's a really easy answer to get a racial conviction. Do you mind me asking, because again, I'm finding, I did reach out to you to get something that might be helpful. What's your connection? Why is it just you're friends of Elias, or why is Lieutenant Poole going to meet you at your house?
He is a big admirer of Miss Llewellyn here.
Loveday, give me a psychology roll, please.
Failure. My psychology is not high.
I take it we're not spending 70 luck points. Oh, everyone, make a luck roll. I said I'd do it at the start of the session. At least I remembered before the end of the session this time. You want to fail this luck roll to gain a D10 luck. I feel bad now for Loveday because that could have been the one you rolled and failed. Okay. So Ruby, you're getting a D10. Loveday, you're getting a D10. Florence, you're not. Michal, you're not. Valentine, you're not. Okay. So Valentine, I'll give you a psychology check as well though, because you're sitting there, you're watching your Loveday is now speaking to Miss Shosenburg, and so when Rebecca Shosenburg said what she said about at Miss Llewellyn's house, Loveday had a little bit of a reaction, and there's almost imperceptibly, Valentine, a kind of shutting down of Miss Shosenberg's face, like she realized I said something I shouldn't have. She might have picked up on a micro expression from Loveday, and then you're picking up from her that she's picked up on it, and just slight tightening of the lips, like I'm not saying anything else.
How did you know Lieutenant Poole had calls to Miss Loveday's house?
So if you think as a journalist, Miss Bow, if you as a journalist, if you think someone has information is important to the material elements of a story, and there's something that they know that's gonna get you on the right track of the story, if you pick up the scent, would you not be, maybe we use a colloquial, staking out their movements?
So you're following Lieutenant Poole?
Yes, you could say that.
Okay. I could say, but you are. Let us.
I'm
not good at the grey area between sarcasm
let's be
and
open and frank. No,
yes.
I'm more following you.
Oh,
But I
all of us?
personally follow all of you at the same time. It makes it much easier for me when you stick
I'd be
together.
very impressed.
But yes, I have been.
I shall have to tell Florence that.
She doesn't get the joke. But
Never mind.
so yes, I have been keeping tabs on you all a little bit. I was quite intrigued by the visit to the Juju house. Was there anything particular you thought you'd get from the Juju house, or was it just Harlem tourism? Let's go see the African curios.
Well, that was something that was more specific to us following up on Jackson Elias's recent conversations and movements. It might not be pertinent to what is going on with the murders, but we are following all the leads. As a journalist, you know that you have to follow all the leads, even if they go nowhere.
Do you mind me asking though, if Jackson Elias, if he was known for anything, was writing about cults? If he was killed by a cult, one would have to assume that's not a coincidence. If there are ritual murders happening in New York and Jackson Elias is murdered in the same sort of ritualistic way, would that not suggest there's something for it to be a coincidence that they killed him coincidentally after not killing anyone else after Hilton Adams was arrested? They just randomly decide to start again with one of the most notable writers about cults in the world?
Well, there's two options come to mind. One is that Jackson was getting very close to them.
So you're with
The
me.
other
You're
option
with me.
is
That
that
you think Jackson was looking into them too?
well, Jackson was always looking into cults of various kinds. But the other option is that if somebody wanted the public to think that it was related to a cult, who better to kill than someone as high profile as Jackson?
Yes, but the. So you're saying that the cult angle has been closed off because Hilton Adams is arrested, and someone else wants to fake up that it is a cult. That seems, yeah, okay. I understand, but it seems a little more far-fetched.
Well, let's say that somebody wants Hilton Adams to be released from prison. How better to do it than to have someone kill in the exact same way while he is locked up?
Well, not to play devil's advocate here, but then we wouldn't have seen him take all his papers, would we, Valentine?
Do you have access to Hilton to Elias's research? Listen, if you can help with this, if you can help and dig in, and if you can get access to those papers and see if you can find anything that could help to exonerate Hilton Adams, look, I'll introduce you to Millie Adams tomorrow. She'll be happy to talk to you. We can make progress on this. We can work together. I'll even share credit on the byline, Miss Bow, if that's something that's more of interest to you. I just, unfortunately, I've become very invested in this. It's killing me every day that this man is going to die because.
I'll be honest, Miss Shosenburg. I believe you. I think you're invested in this, and I would like you to know Jackson Elias was a very, very dear friend of ours. We went through a lot together, and I think at least some of my hesitation, I don't know, Valentine, if you feel the same, has been concern that you're out to sensationalise his death and to pick it over like a vulture. And I feel that you won't do that now. I do really think that you are honest and earnest in your determination to free this man from prison and get him off death row. So I think that we can help each other, I really do. And I'm not going to speak for Valentine because we're a democracy in this group, but I certainly would be willing to tell you what I know if our friends are happy for us to do so.
Okay, how about this? We agreed to share information as long as you, Miss Shosenburg, report the facts, even if they don't go the way that you hope they will.
Well, yes, I will always do that. If anything shows me facts are concretely that Hilton Adams did it, that's the story I print. But yes, totally agree.
Well, you might be interested, for example, to know that the murderers, who we know were the murderers because we saw them, we caught them in the room shortly after Jackson was killed, they were taken by Robson, and they haven't been seen since. Nobody seems to know where they've gone.
So you're saying corrupt?
Yes,
corrupt, not incompetent.
Well,
I mean, it can be both.
Can be both, but it would be awfully incompetent to misplace two murderers and then cover it up and lie to everybody, including your own men, about it.
Yes, so...
This is why Lieutenant Poole is interested in talking to us as well, because he feels the same way. So, police corruption is a big story.
That is a big story. But the important story right now is getting to the truth about Hilton Adams and getting saving Hilton Adams' life.
Well,
but if you could track down Robson's corruption, track down the murderers, prove his corruption, then surely the case will be overturned if it was all of his evidence.
There's only so much pressure that we can put on him ourselves, but if, let's say, the Times is also interested in where these suspects have gone, might put a bit more pressure on him.
So, would you want to meet Millie Adams, or is there anything else? Would it help for you to speak to Hilton Adams?
Yes, I would very much like to speak to both of them. How about you, Loveday?
Yes, I mean, I can't see that it would do any harm. Although, I mean, surely we hope that they know nothing that can help us because they've nothing to do with it at all. So we should keep working other angles as well, I think, all of us, if we're to get to the bottom of what really happened.
Well, you might want to hear what Hilton has to say. He has his own ideas why he was set up. He thinks it was to do with what he does around his neighborhood.
And what is that?
That's not my story to tell. That's not for me to say.
So
Well,
that's
yes,
very
a meeting in that case,
Better-
please. Yes,
better to
we'd love
get
to talk to him.
the from the horse's mouth, as it were.
All right. But he is in prison. Will
I
we
can
be allowed
arrange.
to visit?
I've been down to Sing Sing to see him a number of times. They know that I have permission from his wife, and the warden has given me press clearance. So if I give them your information, they'll accept you as working with me.
All right. When is a good time to meet
Any
Mr.
weekday
Adams?
during visiting hours, which are regular days, work hours of business. Obviously, don't go down in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I will ring. I will call ahead
is
and
there-
let them know. And then if you ring Sing Sing before you go down, just do make an appointment. They do not like people just showing up. I had to make a couple of visits too before I overcame the faux pas of showing up unannounced and getting rebuffed.
That is an excellent tip.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, at Loveday's home, or Loveday's godparents. I'm going to call it Loveday's place from now on. I'm sure someday she'll probably inherit it as their childless godparents. So that's how money just accumulates, doesn't it? So you're back at Loveday's place. You're kind of just in the door. Nothing particular waiting for you. No news. No grand revelations. And do you just spend some time reading through the paperwork and articles until the others get back, or did you want to have a quick debrief after your exciting conversation with Lieutenant Poole?
I think I want to have a bit of a debrief because while that conversation from a surface level, oh my god, there's a cat. While that conversation may not have seemed that informative from a surface level, I think this Dr. Mordecai Lemming might be worth talking to, the consultant, and we have his address, that he's the name of his hotel. So that he might be worth talking to. I think it's also worth noting that there's been a number of accusations that Robeson is corrupt. So perhaps there's some investigation to be done there, and if his corruption can be exposed, maybe that's an angle with Hilton Adams. But Lieutenant Poole definitely seemed to be suggesting that there is some foul play going on that he didn't want to directly point out.
I wish. I mean, I think he said that the last time we met him. That wasn't news as well, you know.
Yes, I'm trying to spin it positively. That there wasn't that much new information. I'm trying to.
I mean, we could say it's a
get
bust if it
leads
was a
and
bust,
action.
you know. I was actually starting to think the fella might be in a cult. He was giving us so little information.
And well, no, I think he's. I don't think that's particularly likely. I think he's given us the information he has. And I think if we come to him with more information that we discover, he may have some opinions and be able to contribute. But
when I came back in from the bathroom there, he'd laid out note pages. He seemed to be demanding something.
no, he just wanted us to make notes. He was accusing us of not having paid attention enough the last time he told us the information. It was somewhat of an insult.
There was something you guys wrote down for him as well.
Did we though? Is what I'm trying to get at. Did anybody do that?
I shared nothing additional that I haven't already said. Mick,
Well, I was.
did you accidentally say anything else?
No, he asked us to write down a list of all the stuff that was in Jackson's pockets.
But you did put your foot in it with the card there, so
That's
I'm
the
just
danger of
double
having a small feet and
checking.
a big mouth, you know.
They're not that small.
They're little priesty feet. Look, I don't know. We didn't get much out of that other than, I mean, we could call up this doctor. He lives in a hotel for some reason. We could just call him on the phone. He's probably there in his hotel right now. It seems a shame to have to schlep all the way over to the hotel just for him to say, yes, your man had a cut in his head. And it was the cult that you already know the name of. I mean, maybe a phone call will do it.
Yes.
Do you fancy using
Does anyone want to do the honors?
Your extraordinary skills, Florence?
It's always me with the telephone calls. Really, does no one else want to give it a go?
You're great at it.
You have
just
a
know your
great face
strengths.
for the telephone. Sorry, that's terrible. You have a great. I meant voice. I meant voice.
Oh, how very flattering. You're in a good mood today, aren't you? Yes, if it's worth giving him a call, we can. If you think we're just going to get the same information again, it's a Sunday. We may be treading on toes by calling people on Sundays.
But you know what you do, Florence, is you just tread the fuck on the toes and you get on with it, and you can do it.
And this is why we operate in different ways and get different results. And it's almost like if we look at my results might be better.
Well, it's all right. If you don't want to call him, it's all right.
Okay. So
I'm sure Catherine
while you
won't
guys
mind.
think about that, and while we wait for Loveday and Valentine to return, I'm gonna take a little flashback, a little woo, back in time. After your first mass this morning, Mihal, your the priest who kind of has been giving you your assignments and directing you and helping you with your progression for the last 6 months or so, had asked you to stop by at Bishop O'Malley. Okay, on the way from your first mass to your second mass. Bishop O'Malley wanted to have a quick chat with you about some of the questions you've been asking and some of the things you've raised. And if you wouldn't mind stopping by Bishop O'Malley, and you were told where to go. It's a little brownstone, not in a particularly posh area of Manhattan, but definitely upmarket kind of a place. And so Mihal would have kind of rocked up with a reasonable amount of time to spare before the next mass. So, you know, hoping to maybe even get a cup of tea out of this and you know, hear what the bishop has to say. And hey, usually they're good for a bit of a waffle, and you get to have somewhere comfy to sit before you have to go on to the next thing, right? So you ring the doorbell. A young woman in quite a pretty frock comes to the door. Yes, can I help you?
Hello, I'm here to see the bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Father O'Dowd is my name.
Father O'Sullivan, to see Bishop.
How many have you got? I'll take Bishop O'Malley if he's available.
Very good. Come on in, Father O'Sullivan. And she opens the door, and you walk into a quite narrow corridor. It's quite close on both sides. Crosses down the sides of the wall. A couple of small religious etchings on the walls as well. In the kind of those thick recessed, big kind of old-fashioned frames. Very small little etching with a huge frame. She leads you down this corridor. No doors on either side. Good 20, 30 feet down this corridor.
That is strange, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is very strange. And she brings you to the end of the corridor. There is a door ahead and a door on the right. And she opens the door ahead. It opens into a room. She kind of steps in. This way, Father. And you go on ahead into the room.
And just like, we do know that I have survived this encounter, yeah? Because we've already
Is it you
on.
or is it
So,
somebody
yeah.
else that showed up? Who knows?
Oh, that was Mick putting his foot in his mouth. Yeah, okay, in I go.
Okay, so you head into this quite large room. It's not like huge and echoey or anything. But it's quite large room with couches around the walls, small tables here and there, exotic plants in hanging pots, mosaic patterns in size, somewhat maybe Oriental style. If you wanted to give me anthropology, or you could, and see if you know
I
where they're
think I
from.
have a history.
Yeah, you
I
could
could
do
just
a
Google
history roll for me. You want to get a good success, but
Let me just try and find.
and there's no one else here. There's a couple of little the water features, things like that. But very kind of pleasant atmosphere. Really nice. It's almost like a gentleman's club, but with a completely different kind of vibe, look and feel, if you know what I mean. Um, ooh. Yes, definitely.
I fumbled the history check.
That's their
Old things.
probably Roman mosaics from. But how? Geez, they would have had to take down the plaster, take down the wall, take everything, transport it all over here. Make that's an expensive exercise to move a Roman mosaic from Italy over to here. That'd be crazy. She says, "Have a seat. Just take a seat. Bishop O'Malley will be with you in a few minutes." And she steps back out and closes the door. As you kind of sit down, you look around. You don't. There's a couple of archways on the far wall out into what looks like a courtyard. But it doesn't seem like there's any doors out of the courtyard either, or anything else anywhere else out beyond. Just this tucked away little room, nice kind of tranquil sanctuary in the middle of the city. But no other way in or out.
Can I have a little look around to make sure that's
Yeah,
true?
you have a
Come on,
little
that's the
nosy.
courtyard.
Pop out into the courtyard. As you look up, you see kind of the courtyard above. There's overhangs kind of protecting the courtyard from any kind of visibility from the roof. There's but in just enough kind of space that the sunlight can shine down into the courtyard from above. But it's all very kind of tranquil, almost cloistered feeling. And as you're out here having a little look, you hear a click of the door in the main room closing. You go back.
I'm staying where I am for a second.
A couple of moments later,
Let him find me.
a man walks out beside you. He's in just regular lay clothing, like a suit, but not an expensive suit or a really good cut suit or anything like that. But it looks quite nice. And he Steps up beside you. Just a little look. Admiring the view, Father.
I am. It's a very beautiful little spot you have here.
Tranquil, isn't it?
Hmm.
My name is Bishop O'Malley, Tom O'Malley. But you could call me Bishop if you want.
What would you prefer?
Sure, call me Tom, it'll be fine. It's just the two of us here, isn't it? Two of us and God. From you to me to God's ears. So, Father O'Sullivan, and is just like the lady in the corridor. His pronunciation of your surname is bang on. Now, you getting the gist that he might be Irish, so that's not such a surprise. But she definitely didn't seem Irish. Do you mind if I call you Mick?
Of course not.
The last couple of years, you've asked some interesting questions. Normally, this kind of thing goes unremarked. But sometimes, when someone's been through difficult things in their past and brings up the kind of questions you've raised, sometimes people take notice. This is such a time, Mick. I've a question. I have a suggestion, a proposal for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're a smart young fella, and some of my fellow bishops and I think you might be trying to do the right thing. Would we be right?
I generally do try.
Here,
to
let's
do
go
the
in
right
and sit
thing.
down. How's the arm, by the way?
Why do you ask?
Well, is it healing well?
Oh, it's healing just fine. Yes. It'll be sore for a while, but
Good. Just hoping you're not in any real discomfort. Come on, have a seat. And he brings you over and settles himself down at the table. He's quite a tall man. He's broad shoulders, but slim build. He doesn't look like a bishop. Any of your experience so far. Do you know the word Mariavite, Mick?
I don't believe I do, Tom.
There's a movement within the church. Good few of us coming from the Jesuits now.
Mm-hmm.
We think that education, documentation, all the good Jesuits' pursuits are very important. Some things should be a little more filtered and kept away from people they could disturb.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
People need to be protected, Mick, from the works of Satan and others like him.
Go on. I'll say straight up, I'm having questions already, but I do want to hear this all through now.
There'll be years for questions, Mick, if you say yes to what we're asking you. You have something locked away, Ihalo Suluan. Something that you brought back from Peru. As long as it stays locked away, certain of us think the world would be a safer place. Just like certain books need to stay locked away. We have a few. The Vatican has one of the biggest libraries in the world, you know.
I did know that, Tom, yes.
It also has one of the biggest restricted sections in the world. and the number of people who can go into the Vatican Library are a small enough number in the first place. Would you be interested, Mick, in helping us keep some of these darker notions away from the eyes and minds of our flock? Keeping them safe, if you know what I mean.
It's not 100% clear to me now, Tom, if I'm being asked to keep people safe or if I'm being asked to keep them ignorant. I might need a little more information.
Oh, sometimes there's peace and safety in ignorance, isn't there, Mick? No.
Oh, sure, I never
We're
found peace
not
in
going back to the Dark Ages. Nobody wants an uninformed laity. That's very 1800s thinking and earlier. No. A good informed flock who will make the right choices for the right reasons and have the support of their priests. Geez, even we're looking at some people giving mass in English. Just
Oh.
never in Irish, apparently.
Well, sure, nobody understand it.
Ignorant of the wrong things, Mick. Ignorant of the wrong things. There's stuff out there. There's stuff I've read now that would break your mind, Miho.
Well, I'll tell you this, Tom. There are fellas knocking around New York now at the moment. I bumped into a couple of them recently, and I don't want them getting their hands on the wrong type of knowledge. That's for certain sure.
And once it's put away safely, nobody will get their hands on it.
But and do you mean in the Vatican?
If necessary. Otherwise, the Mariavite order has other places that things can be taken to be destroyed or stored.
What is it you're asking me to do exactly, Tom?
Do what you're doing. Keep your eyes open. Ask the right questions. Try and avoid any cult rituals and murders like the other night. But if you do get embroiled in them, bring anything you find to us and have it put away safe. Well, keep us informed. That'd be really nice.
And could you be clearer for me, Tom, on who us is, the Mariavite order? I mean,
well, the church.
Are you...
It's the Catholic Church, Tom. Mick.
I see.
But specifically, certain bishops. Primarily bishops you'd be dealing with, because we're at a level of trust where there's an element of autonomy where we don't have to be worrying about who we're answerable to. There'd be one or two archbishops, one or two cardinals in the world who'd know what's going on. Or of course his Holy Father would as well. Not that he ever would pay an awful lot of attention to it. It's the kind of thing he'd prefer not to hear about.
Oh, no doubt.
Interestingly, that's not singular to the current Pope.
Do you mind if I ask, Tom, when you referred earlier to Satan and others like him, who are you thinking of?
Lucifer.
Satan himself, yes. And others like him would be who?
Depends what books you read.
All right.
Mick, I'm hardly going to tear all the secrets of the world open in front of you in the interview.
No, that's absolutely fair. I wasn't aware I was being interviewed now. I thought I was being asked for a favour, was the way it was phrased there.
You do us a great favour by accepting the job now that I've interviewed you. I like the way you think, and I like the way you approach things.
Well, you're the first man I've met in quite a while that would say something like that. Here's a question I have for you. There are some close friends of mine here, and we've been entrusted with a duty, which I would regard as a sacred charge, which is to get to the bottom of some of the stuff that's been going on. Is that something that you could help us with?
If you're referring to the ritual murders or the cult murders or the killing of Jackson Elias, I can tell you now we don't know anything more than anybody else at the moment. We're kind of hoping you'll get to the bottom of it. If there's something dark and sinister and there's knowledge roaming around and floating about that shouldn't be, you'll slip it in your pocket and give it to us later.
Well, how's about this? Can you promise me that I have my own autonomy and that you won't be coming to me later saying we had an agreement and you said you would and you didn't? It would do my heart good now to know that there was a safe place where artifacts or things that shouldn't be knocking around should go. But I won't be anybody's spy. There's a group of people out there and I have responsibility to them.
We're not asking you to breach any of your friends' trusts. We're just asking you not to breach our trust and tell them any of this. We can't have word getting out that the church is involved in all sorts of occult and strange hoogie-boogie stuff, can we?
Or do you think it would shock many people?
I think it would shock an awful lot of people. I think it would certainly shock a lot of the higher up donors who the church relies on for their tithes, Mick. There's an awful lot of very conservative, very orthodox people who donate an awful lot of money to the church. Sorry to get blunt about that kind of thing. I know you're not at that level yet, but let's just be real with each other.
No, and I hope someday to rise to the level where money is that important. But
just to be clear, money is not that important to many in our faith. The things the money can do to make the world a better place are very important. And for me, the safety we can bring with that money and the peace of mind we can maintain for people who don't see things like what you saw in Peru, that's what is really important.
That's fair. I have a terrible habit of antagonizing people, and I could feel it kicking.
No, don't worry, Nick. You'll never get to there with me.
Sure, the day is young. I might meet other people yet. I tell you what do you need from me today?
Today, nothing. Shake my hand and tell me you're in.
You get so. But that's not nothing now, Tom.
I don't need anything from you, Mick. I just need a handshake.
All right, a handshake.
Nothing I'll take away.
And I'll
We're not asking you to sell your soul.
Look I'll certainly do my best for you, and I will endeavour to keep you informed. And if something comes into my hands that shouldn't be in my hands, and I feel that you're the best place for it, I absolutely.
And we'll trust you to judge that, Mick, okay? And we won't be hounding you. We won't be chasing you around the world. You'll come back to us and tell us. You might meet others.
You'll understand if I'm a little wary.
You might meet others. If someone introduces himself as a Mariavite, you'll know what he means. It'll be a he.
Well, I will, but I won't know if he's telling the truth, though.
If he's not, we've different problems, Mick. Nobody should know that name.
All right.
And the way that stays like that is by people like you not talking.
And what if I want to talk to you? What if there's something that I need to know about?
We'll arrange dead drop. Maria will give you a little envelope on the way out with a bit of information about how you can set up a dead drop. You leave a certain thing in a certain position, a certain place. It'll be seen, quick, sharp, and someone will be in touch. The worst case scenario, you come to this house and you ask for me. But I tell you, Mick, it better be important if you're coming knocking on my door. And at that point, Mick, this echoes of your past here going, this sounds very familiar and very clandestine. I've done this crack before. With leave the thingy in the place and someone will give you a ring.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just, the priests were at it as well. All right. Well, I'll be honest with you, Tom. I feel like you know things that I need to know, but I don't think I'm going to get any of it out of you today.
Tell you what, we all start off that way, Mick, and by the end we sit there going, the less anybody knows, the better. And let's not tell anybody anything, because the worst thing in the world is knowing things. I sincerely wish I didn't know 1/10 of the things I do know. Okay, now we'll leave it there. And Michal has a lovely wrap up and gets a nice little snack and a cup of tea. And Bishop O'Malley is a genial host for another 10 minutes or so, and then Mick is off on his way to his next mass. And we'll pick back up in Loveday's place as Loveday and Valentine arrive back to find Ruby and Florence and Michal. Having again an excited exchange of opinions.
So, Florence, are you going to call this doctor, or are you not?
I had suggested that we call him on a weekday, but if you really want to call the doctor, we can.
And Loveday and Valentine walk in at that point.
Well, hello.
Hello. Any news?
I'm going to pop in I'll let Valentine. Really, she did all the talking, so I will let her have all the joy of telling you everything. But we really have to stop calling people on weekends. It's not getting us anywhere. Whoever you're trying to call, I'm on Florence's side. It's just bad etiquette, all of you. You should know better.
I only work on Sundays. See?
There are other days of the week. Sorry, do continue, Valentine.
The whole etiquette thing always confuses me. Anyway, we went to meet as a reporter Rebecca Shosenburg, and it turns out that she has been following us around, trying to find information. So Florence, that idea of us all sticking together is kind of backfiring. We might need to split up a little bit more.
I didn't say we all needed to stick together. I just said no one go off on their own. Because that's how someone gets killed.
Those are very similar things, but okay. Anyway, she advised us to go to speak with Millie and Ilton Adams, the man who was in prison for the first 8 murders. She seems very convinced that E did not do it. So she was trying to get information out of us, but we kind of didn't share too much until we kind of could figure out her motivations. So my concern is that she's still a bit too emotionally attached to this story, but she seems to be willing to help us uncover the truth. And she told us that she has some connections in the police, and seems to have come to the same conclusion about what was his name, Captain Robson. Yes. Robson as Lieutenant Poole. She seems to think that he's either corrupt or incompetent. I think it could be both, but definitely corrupt anyway.
We mentioned the murder well, we call them suspects. We saw them do it, so we mentioned the murderers to her. So hopefully she'll find out some good information about them and where they've gone, what's happened to them.
Yes, exactly. I think she's better placed to find that out than we are at this point. But yes, I would like to go to... She said she would organise for us to get access to the prison, Sing Sing, which I think is a very hilarious name for a prison. I mean, do they sing in there? Who knows? Maybe they do. Maybe it's very musical. Anyway, yeah, she will get us access, but I would like to go to speak to the wife as well. Be interesting to get her opinion on this.
We actually got her
you
details,
said-
to be honest.
Oh, from Poole?
From Poole, yep.
Interesting. Has he spoken
we
to
also
her?
got the details. Sorry, you go.
Sorry, has he spoken to Millie Adams, Lieutenant Poole?
No, apparently not. Not much, anyway. He's...
Surprising.
Yeah. He's not been much help with extra details, to be honest. But he did give us
Much help
contact
with a lot of
info.
things.
You'll tell him. Florence, were you going to say something?
Just that Lieutenant Poole also gave us the details for a doctor who we were considering calling. Seems to be their consultant who had suggested that the marks in Elias's forehead were linked to occult. So he may have some potential information. He may also just give us the information that we already know, but if he possibly has insight.
Yes, Rebecca mentioned him too.
Well,
Mordecai, is that correct? Mordecai Lemming?
Yes. Mordecai
That's right.
Lemming. We have his address and the name of his hotel. Murray Hill Hotel, East 40th Street and 5th Avenue.
So, this is about a cult that supposedly does not exist anymore, and yet this doctor just happened to tell the
Just
police
knows.
about this?
Well, I just think back to that book that we weren't able to find in the library because there's only 13 copies in extremely very rare book. It's unfortunate that the lead from Elias looking that up didn't come to anything. As the information from the New York Library was useful, but didn't have
Do you know,
everything.
Mick, you couldn't get us into the Vatican, could you? That would be so handy. I bet they've got one.
Oh,
Hey, Grant, we have a busy day tomorrow. Can we do it on Tuesday?
Oh, good. We actually do. We have a terrible number of leads to chase down, don't we? Maybe we ought to make a list of everything we need, everybody we need to go talk to. I'm overwhelmed.
Well,
did this journalist tell you anything else about the man who's been incriminated? Does he?
she seems to think that there was no evidence
Hilton
against him.
Adams.
She seems to think that he has been set up and something to do with what he does around his neighbourhood, but she would not tell us what that was. She said that we had to talk to him. So there may have been a reason why the police doesn't like him. At least that is what she was, how you say it, insinuating. But yes, I would be interested to see the police records on him, but I doubt we will get to see those.
Well,
Did you have any luck trying to get a hold of Erica Carlyle?
none at all. And you know, I tried really hard, and it's always disappointing to try hard and not get anywhere. But we have got the name of her counsellor or something, so I was thinking maybe I could pop over to his office tomorrow morning and see where I get, see if I can get through him to her.
I think
It
I just
seems
remembered I was
like-
here for that.
But seeing as we have so many people to see tomorrow, perhaps we should prioritise that or split up.
Well, we can do both. There's a lot to do. How do we? You said you got from the journalist the information about visiting the prison.
Yes.
Did you say?
We have to ring
Do
Do we
ahead,
have?
She said that she would,
most importantly.
yes, she would get
Can't
us put
just
on
turn up.
the
Can't
list.
just
They
turn
will
up.
not enjoy that. Much the same way people don't enjoy being
So-
phoned on a weekend. They don't like it if you turn up.
I don't know if those
Um,
things are equal, but
Well,
So why don't we? Worth phoning. Sorry,
Well, it
Florence,
would be
you carry
worth-
on.
I think we're about to say the same thing. I think it's just worth we ring the prison and arrange to a visit. in advance and see when they will allow us to come visit, and then we can put that on our schedule. And
Yes,
hopefully
she did
as
say it
soon as
was. I
possible.
think she said
We
it
will
was
have to wait for Rebecca
working
to.
week. We had to phone, so we'll have to phone tomorrow.
Okay.
Well,
We
yes,
can
we shall
phone
have to
tomorrow.
wait for her to ring them first, and
Does
if she
somebody
does,
have to
that's
go to
good. She's not
Arkham?
going to ring on the weekend.
Somebody going to Arkham tomorrow?
I had phoned the professor and had arranged a meeting tomorrow. Yes. Ideally, I wouldn't be going alone. If anyone wants to come with, but we can divide and conquer.
It does seem to me that Arkham would be the safest out of all these things. Getting out of New York, some random university professor out there that isn't
Let's
actually
see
connected.
if he
lovely-
can
with
give
it's a
anything.
any
lovely
information at all. Maybe he has nothing.
It's a lovely, quaint little town in Massachusetts, Arkham. Probably safest place you could go.
Exactly, sure. The professor has nothing to do with this. He was just giving a lecture on different cults, do you know? Don't even bring a gun, like.
Okay, so Monday we got somebody going to Arkham. That's what I have. One thing on this, I have maybe ring Sing Sing on the list, but that's a maybe. So is someone ringing Sing Sing tomorrow?
Well, we can when we get up.
I can contact them.
Yep. And then I think I'd like to go find Erica Carlisle's counsellor, and then depending on how long that takes, we might be able to hunt down this Mordecai Lemming in the afternoon. We can be very efficient, knock them out one after the other.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphorically.
Sorry, above the. Yep. Metaphorically.
I literally put a note, knock out Mordecai L. Sorry. Meet Mordecai L. Okay.
So hang on, we were
I
trying.
was
We were
gonna-
trying to do a lot of things. Sorry, Florence.
I was just going to say, like, above the table, is the plan to do these things tonight?
No.
Just
We're
'cause it's
wrapping
like
up the
10 to
session.
11.
I'm just making a note of
Oh, we just okay. Just like,
keeper.
how late are we going if we're starting another
again very much
adventure?
above the table. The keeper is trying to understand what scenes he's going to have to prep for the next session, because coming
Okay.
into these sessions where I'm winging
Yeah.
everything
Okay.
is
Great,
really killing
great,
me.
Great. It's
I mean,
too much. Yeah,
I
completely
have read the
understand that.
campaign.
Let's make a plan of what we want to do next
I have
time.
read through this entire chapter
Yeah.
repeatedly.
Yeah,
I can even find things in the chapter quickly now. But
Yeah.
but seriously, actually knowing who you're going to talk to on a given session, it would reduce my ulcer somewhat.
That would be great. Let's make the plan.
Yeah.
Let's make the plan now. Great. Yeah.
Okay,
Totally
so
fine.
ring Sing Sing, go to Arkham, go to
Okay.
Bradley Gray, meet Mordecai Lemming. That's already 4 things on a Monday.
That's too many things. Too many things. We need to prioritize.
There are more days.
I mean, I don't think ringing.
Well, the only appointment we have concrete tomorrow is going to Arkham, and at least 2 people will have to go to that.
I think the ringing of Sing Sing shouldn't take that long. It should just be a phone call. I don't think that's going to take up the whole day.
Yeah. I think
No.
we can. Sorry. I think we can easily split up 2 groups. Someone can head off to Arkham with Florence if you. I mean, we can't let you go alone, Florence. So someone's going to have to go, and then the rest of us can stay, phone Sing Sing, and then head off to this counsellor, and then. If we have time, we'll pop over and see Mordecai Lemming, but if not, that can wait for later in the week. And we'll have to wait for the Adams for Rebecca to lay the groundwork there for us. So there's no point aiming for that tomorrow, or even Tuesday, probably, I would say. Don't know how everybody else feels.
I would
Sounds like
agree.
a plan
We
to
should-
me.
Sounds like a plan.
So now you all get to choose who you like better out of me and Florence to decide where you go.
So Monday morning, go to
joy.
Arkham, Florence and somebody. Go meet Bradley Gray, go meet Mordecai Lemming. Also Monday morning. And you're going to tell me who's doing
I'm
those 2.
intrigued
Um,
I'm intrigued to meet this doctor, so I would probably stay.
Okay. So Bradley Gray is VB and LL, and then cool. Okay. And then Ruby and Mihal, do you do? Honestly, you can decide on the fly on the day who's going to which. I have no problem with that. Just as long as I get an idea what scenes we're doing, that's a good start.
I'll be go to Arkham. I think I don't think all three of us need to go to Arkham. Like, it does seem like it probably sounds like the safest of all of this stuff. So, I mean, I know I'll probably regret saying that, but I think that's
famous last words.
Yeah, I remember going up to my...
It's like, you're going out of town.
And then we got
Exactly, I went up to my
Attacked by
hotel room to
cultists.
lie down because it seemed like the safe and sensible thing to do. And look where that got us.
Well, I was just saying, like, we have an awful lot to do in New York. I don't know if three of us need to go to Arkham to talk to a guy and go, do you happen to know anything? When probably might not.
Yeah. That's probably the two group party is.
And is anyone planning to meet Millie Adams tomorrow, or is that wait till you've met Hilton Adams and then meet his wife after?
I'd probably meet his wife first, but we have to wait for Rebecca to contact
Sorry,
her.
yes.
I don't know if she would
What we
do
were going
it
to
on a
say
Sunday.
is the last thing that you guys talked about with Rebecca is she's happy to have you meet Millie Adams any afternoon you like. Just let her know in the morning, and she'll bring you out to. It'll be at the Lafayette Theatre in Harlem. Is where you'll be going. The House of Good Plays.
Okay.
Well, I think just above the table, like, definitely up for it. I just don't want to overcommit us to a session and have you prep, like, every single
Oh
scene.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yep, perfect.
Probably, yeah, meet her on Tuesday would probably
Okay.
make a bit more sense then.
But it's
Also,
not that-
above the table. Sorry, you go.
No, I was going to say, are we saying that, like, one session equals one day? Is that what
No,
it is?
no. It's just
Okay.
again to Valentine's point. If we're getting through maybe 3 scenes, maybe 4 scenes in a session, which is kind of the pattern at the moment, then planning 4 events in one day, you've filled a session already. Do you know what I mean? And saying we'll do 2 more in that day, then it's kind of okay. The keeper goes, well, I have to prep all 6 because what if they change the order and do one before the other? I'm not mandating you give me an hour by hour calendar of what time you're going to everything. So yes, if I'm prepping for 3 or 4 things in advance, that's plenty. If you guys get to more, that's cool. If we bang through a couple and they're 15-minute sessions, scenes, that's cool. I'll have more that we can churn through. But yeah. But overcommitting yourselves, it's good not to maybe overcommit yourselves. Okay. But what might be valuable for you guys, you could spend 5 or 10 minutes at the start of the next session, or you could do it in your own time in the meantime, and then at the start of the next session quickly recap between yourselves. But it might be good to just write yourselves down a list of the current leads you have, and go, do we need to follow up? Are we following up? Or is this closed? Yeah?
Should we do that in Discord?
And
if we all
feel
have
free
a
to use
list?
the murder board for that if you want.
I like the sound
Yeah,
of
or
that.
Discord.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That
what
makes
was
sense.
that? Discord, okay.
Because there is a specific chat for that in Discord. It is the in-game messaging. No, sorry, it's the
Nice.
player chat. Player
Oh,
chat.
that's what that
Sorry,
is,
the
okay.
player chat is for you guys to talk and exchange.
Okay.
This is what I want to do when. Here's the plan. Here's the list of things. Here's what I've worked out. What does other people think? Just for an ongoing memory, because you can do that in Roll20. Cut this out later. It's a bit. In fact, a lot of this probably get cut out later. But it's just a little bit clunky in Roll20. You need a shared document that you're all updating one by one. It's a pain in the neck. Whereas Discord,
Yeah.
you can fire ideas to each other and say, have we followed up on this, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So player
Yeah.
chat, you said, yeah.
Okay.
feel free to use and abuse that one in any way you like. You will not get any keeper drops. You will not get any info from me. I will probably read it occasionally or scan through it, but I won't even be using it as a. I'm not gonna go, oh, this is what they're doing in that session, because I'm not. It's not verbatim. It's not what's important. What you tell me is what's important. What's in there is just informational for me, right? It's for you guys to compare notes and yeah. Okay, fab. So let's quickly pick back up. So yes, so you guys seem to have a bit of a plan now. Monday morning, going to Arkham. Florence and Mihal, Ruby and Valentine and Loveday are going to see Bradley Gray and meet Mordecai Lemming. And then in the afternoon, if there's time, maybe someone will ring Sing Sing to make an appointment. But besides that, nothing concrete yet for Monday afternoon. That sounds good. Okay, great stuff. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to everyone who's watching. Really glad to have you along on this roller coaster ride. Some weeks we panic that Loveday has gone missing, and other weeks we find out that everything's just a bit of a squab, and she was just off hanging out with her boyfriend, or was she? What if it's not Loveday? No, I'm just kidding. That's a bit of keeper humor. Just trying to wind up my players. Thank you very much, everyone, and look forward to any input, any feedback, any comments. Always love to see your opinions. Feel we're getting a really nice little community going. And thank you for your patience with all the chopping and changing and my fiddliness with the audio and increasing levels and things like that over the last couple of weeks. Look forward to when it's seamless production quality. We'll see you all next week.